Welcome back to another one. We got coffee this time, no Coca-Cola. If you are a follower of my channel, I'm sure that you're a follower and a fan of comedy. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing. There seems to be some type of shift in the comedy world. And this one guy said it best is, comedy is entering a braggy phase and it sucks. And it's like once these comedians make a bunch of money, their whole attitude and perception changes. And they no longer become this funny man, but rather this cringy, like C-tier Andrew Tate personality. It's so unrelatable and boring. Like, I think all those moneymaker dudes are dorks. They're rich guys and they make money, so their whole personality, their entire social media is money, money, money. Nothing else. Lamborghinis, big houses, and plastic surgery faces. That's all it is. And I think it's boring. I don't want to be around anybody like that, let alone watch people or listen to what they have to say. It's just so, it's hacky. It's hacky. And the world of comedy is starting to get no different, dude. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing, but like for an example, you got the Andrew Schultz podcast, whatever it's called here. Him and that Indian guy that crosses his legs. There's a channel out there called Podcast Cringe. He does a great job at kind of giving an objective point of view most of the time. Some of it's subjective, but that's all right. And these comedians are really turning into not funny anymore. One of my favorite from the Joe Rogan Experience comedians was Tom Segura. I loved his podcast with his wife back in the day. I say back in the day, but it was probably when he was super fat. I actually know a guy in real life that he goes through fat to skinny phases. And every time he's fat, he's so much happier, he's funny. And then when he gets skinny, he's like a prick and like nobody wants to be around him. It seems like what Tom Segura's kind of shifting to. And there was this thing that I saw on the internet, Reddit, and it says, how did Tom Segura fall off so hard as a comedian? Like the title says, how does a clever, quick comedian such as himself go from telling really interesting jokes to pretty much being my sister-in-law telling stories about his kids that no one finds funny? It's literally baffling to me. He has to realize that this kid's stories are only entertaining to him because they are his kids. I can agree with that, but I don't think that's where he's going wrong here. It really just seems like these comedians are in their field to chase the bag. Stick with comedy in the comedy world. And if you want to make money on the side, make money on the side. Rather than not be funny anymore, sell alcohol to people. Like, that is the biggest sellout thing to me. Let's partner with an alcoholic brand, or let's make our own brand and sell alcohol to people. Yeah, because that's what people need. No one asked for it. Nobody wants it. But they're trying to chase the bag. And it seems like they just lost touch with the craft of comedy. And it's so terrible, man. Some of my favorite comedians of all time are all fans of comedy themselves. They're not about money, they're about funny. That's what people want to watch. Dave Chappelle, Robert Schimmel, Sam Kinison. My favorite of all time, he doesn't even do stand-up. I think he's done it a couple of times. Drum roll. Chris Farley. Chris Farley, dude. See, this is what it's about, man. When Chris Farley... If I hear Chris Farley's voice, I'm automatically in a better mood, man. He's so funny. He's so goofy. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's okay to be the butt of a joke, and he can laugh with you. Chris Farley, by far, is my favorite, one of my favorite human beings of all time. Jesus is obviously number one. But Chris Farley, man, he is the man, dude. And it seems like all these guys, Bert Kreischer, what's that dude that got plastic surgery done? What's his name? Matt Rife. Like, dude, these dudes just aren't funny to me, man. They're like hacky, insecure guys. Bert Kreischer's got one joke, and he's an alcoholic with a massive ego. Tom Segura is an out-of-touch, fat Andrew Tate. I don't want to talk bad about these people. I just personally think that some of them lost touch with the style of comedy and what made them famous. I think of all the Joe Rogan comic guys, I think Tom Segura was the best one in my opinion. He was so funny. Him and his wife were goofy. I love the fart stuff. Hilarious, man. I laugh at farts still to this day. I say farts are funny, but let's take a look at this next clip and let's see if you think this is funny.
I'm gonna show you how to fight for your motherfucking life. You start swinging that bitch. You start swinging that bitch. And you hit him from behind. Surprise that motherfucker.
All right, that's not funny. Speaking of fart jokes, here's an interesting fact for y'all. The oldest joke in the world was sometime around 1900 BC. Yep, that's right, 1900 BC. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial. How do you spell that?
Immemorial.
All right, I had it right. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. The oldest joke in the world is a fart joke. So if you're telling me you need to grow up, shut up. I just think the comedians nowadays need to continue being fans of comedy themselves. But I wanted to make a video to kind of talk about the comedy world because it seems like it's a huge hit right now and everybody's really pushing for comics. However, there's a lot of comics right now that are at the top of the game that are just losing touch with reality. They're not relatable to their fans in any way, and they're taking this money route. Money changes people, dude. It's crazy. Like, look at Hamzat. He's a UFC fighter, if you don't know him, and when he entered, he was going, I kill everyone. I kill them all.
I'm the most dangerous guy here. I got a gun for everyone. I kill everybody. Allahu Akbar.
He sounds just like that. And now he's made some money, won some fights, and he goes, I chased money, brother. I show up when money show up. All right, dude. You used to be like this wolf, this crazy animal, and now you're just another dude that's just fantasizing over money. Get over it, man. Money ain't the end-all be-all. Money is a tool to allow you to be free, more free in your own lifestyle. All right, but let me know what y'all think, man, about the comedy world. It just seems like it's going through a weird transition right now, and people are starting to flip on the mainstream comedians and kind of going, All right, let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.